let's say in terms of like clients?
Yeah, so we've got quite a few important clients, most of them coming from Twitter. And I would say the most important one was a nine-figure tech company from the US that started working with me and my team through Twitter. It was an an inbound lead actually, so it was a big one. We started working with them in August 2024, although we got the lead a few months earlier, so maybe May or June. But things with big companies go quite slow, so it took a few months until we reached the agreement, and we are still working with them, doing more work with them, so we are in a right direction, and that's the result of an investment made over a year ago. So it's good to see that it's still bringing results.
Awesome. It's nice to have you on board, Alejandro. So,
Thank
as you
you.
know, this is going to be an interview going over the like the service provided to you, what kind of results you got, and why you'd recommend to someone else, and the overall experience. So, starting with, you'd have to share who you are, what you do, who you help, all of it.
Yeah, so I'm Alejandro. Right now I'm running a thumbnail design agency where we mainly help business owners and companies grow on YouTube with our thumbnail work. I've been running this agency since August 2023, and I think I started working with you in September of 2023. So basically, we've been working together since I started the agency, growing on Twitter mainly.
Awesome. So like before working, you know, before working together, before you considered okay, you need support with Twitter, all of it. Like what was the state of things? Like what kind of results were you getting? All of that.
Yeah, it seemed like everything was going quite slow at the moment. There wasn't a lot of traction on my Twitter account, and I also didn't know how to create content that one performed well, but also brought leads into the business, which of course was an important part. And then once we started working together on the Done With You offer, we started seeing more results and also a personal brand that was more aligned with what I wanted to achieve on social media. And also, I think we had back then like 700 followers on Twitter when we started working together. Again, no traction, no likes, no comments, no DMs. And after a few months of working together, I started seeing more leads coming in, new business opportunities. Because, of course, when you have a more polished personal brand, you attract higher level individuals, and it's not just clients but also video editors, strategists, and other business owners you can work with. And again, we started seeing more traction on the content and tweets.
Awesome. So you mentioned leads as well. So what kind of result have you gotten? Let's say in terms of like clients.
We've got quite a few important clients, most of them coming from Twitter. And I would say the most important one was a nine-figure tech company from the US that started working with me and my team through Twitter. It was an inbound lead actually, so it was a big one. We started working with them in August 2024, although we got the lead a few months earlier, so maybe May or June. But things with big companies go quite slow, so it took a few months until we reached the agreement, and we are still working with them, doing more work with them, so we are in a right direction, and that's the result of an investment made over a year ago. So it's good to see that it's still bringing results.
Awesome, awesome. That's really great to hear. And so, what would you say? Like, there are people who are assistant on, like growing their audience on Twitter, building their personal brand, getting someone to support them, in their entire journey. Let's say how to build your personal brand, how to grow your audience, how to create a content strategy that's going to attract high paying clients, all of that. And looking at yourself that you've gotten those kind of results. So, how would you say? It has impacted you, posting on Twitter, getting leads, all of that. How would you say it has impacted you, and why would you recommend this experience to someone else?
Of course, each business has different operating procedures and each business has different ways of getting leads. But nowadays, almost every business can benefit from creating content on social media, whether it's short form, long form videos, tweets, LinkedIn, etc. And I think that Adebola can help in an important part of it, which is written content. And I think it's crucial for many businesses and entrepreneurs to have an online social media presence and not just creating content for the sake of creating content, but knowing what they are doing and having the support of someone that has already done it before. It doesn't need to be ghostwriting. It can just be help with the content strategy, improving the hooks, making sure that we are doing enough lead magnets and that the whole content strategy resonates with your personality. And I think he's an expert in helping with that.
Yeah, awesome. That's really great to hear, and I think that's something I'll tell other people as well. Mm, would you recommend this service to others? Who and why?
Yeah, 100%, especially since he's not the only person I've worked with for content, but he's always been like top 1% of the people I've worked with. He's sharp, he knows how to act, he's always fast to respond on messages and eager to jump on calls to help you if needed. We've spent countless hours in calls trying to define the strategy, seeing what I liked, what I didn't like, how we could inspire ourselves from other people's content. People, of course, that I admire and that I like how they create their content on social media, other entrepreneurs and other business owners. And that's basically what I think makes him different. Not that he's not just delivering you a document with content or just doing one call per week or per month. He's more like a partner you need in your business to continue growing on the content part of your marketing.
Yeah, awesome. That's really great to hear. My head is blowing right now. Yeah, so I really appreciate those words, and we're currently working on even doing a lot better than that, because even right now we're doing more than just like done with you, done like what we did together now. We also do full done for you ghostwriting and inbound lead gen and outbound. And for some people, what we do basically is just place a ghostwriter, a full time ghostwriter, and appointment setter, someone that's going to be doing the outreach and all that, so they can get book more meetings, build the personal brand, become an authority in the niche, all of that. So yeah, so looking at this, just the done with you, done with you part that we've done with you. I think this is really great to like. This is really great coming from you overall.
Thank
So
you.
I really appreciate you coming on this call, and uh, yeah. So do you have? I was going to ask. Do you have anything and like any parting words? I mean, this is pretty much everything to discuss in the interview.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, like do you have any like final notes? Like the interviewer has come to an end.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I understand what you mean. I understand that at first delegating your content and your personal brand can even seem terrifying because at the end of the day, it's like putting your words into someone else's mouth. But it's easier than it seems, and also it's not that risky as it seems. Especially with Adebola, we are always making sure that the content is aligned with yourself and everything has to be approved before being posted. So basically, it's if you are thinking about giving it a shot, test it for 3 to 6 months. Of course, don't expect results instantly because nobody can bring results in 2 weeks. Give him some time, and I'm sure that he and his team can make something great for your business.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I just got off an interview with a different client, and he also mentioned something similar. So, or else the only case where you'd get instant results, is if like you'd get result, of course, but like not crazy if you're starting from scratch, if there's no
Mm.
foundation in place. So like the first 3 months is like placing that foundation in place. So after that, then you're going to experience the snowball effect. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's it with content. If you don't have a foundation, you have to build that first. So yeah, that's really great coming from you, and I really appreciate you coming on the call overall, the interview overall. I'll be posting this on YouTube, and
Okay.
I hope they'll be able to pick a few things from what we've discussed so far. So yeah, once again, really appreciate you, and that's the end. So yeah, this is Alejandro. He runs a YouTube thumbnail design agency, and you can check him out at I think thumbnailsfactory.com. Yeah.
Yeah.